Hey, what up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you with the week preview of the San Francisco 49ers going up against the Arizona Cardinals. I think, honestly, the Niners really gave a game away last week. We're going into week 3. We're going to be 1-1 after the meltdown in the fourth quarter that I don't think any 49er fan wants to talk about, giving up 21 points and a game to the Chicago Bears, a game that the Seattle Seahawks gave us a present of going one game up in the NFC West, a game that everybody is desperately going to be fighting for. I mean, one game decided this Arizona Cardinals team from going to the playoffs last year. I can remember the last game of the season, week 17, we played against Arizona. I think the game was in Arizona, and coming into the game, there could have been big time, feelings about this game. If Seattle would have lost to St. Louis, Arizona would have been able to play for a chance to go to the playoffs. By the time this game started, St. Louis was not able to get the job done. Seattle got the win, and this was a lame duck game. Basically, there was nothing for the 49ers to win. There was nothing for the Cardinals to win, and there was just two teams going out there and just playing a football game. This was one of the longest games of the season for me to watch as a Niners fan. We didn't play good. We didn't deserve to win the game. Somehow we pulled the game out. I think we scored, they scored, we scored, they scored. I think we finally won with a field goal. I think we had to win it in overtime. I'm not really 100% sure, but I can remember back last year, if you go through the season, the Carolina Panthers game. The Panthers really, circled the San Francisco 49er game at home as this was their coming out party. People knew the Panthers were good. People knew that, they had a team built around Cam Newton. They had a really good defense. But, nobody was really taking them seriously. People thought they had a chance to win their division, but nobody really thought they had a chance to do anything in the playoffs. Suddenly, they beat the San Francisco 49ers, and everybody looks at this team like, wow, this team really could do something. That was a changing game for their whole franchise. I think that's the way Arizona's going to be looking at this game. They were definitely a team deserved to be a playoff team last year. They had the record. They beat some teams along the way, and it just one game kept them out. I would not be surprised. Of course, Arizona's going to have a little bit of controversy over their backup running back, Dreyer, getting arrested. I believe this is the third arrest in a week for the NFL. Horrible. I would think by now the NFL would have sat down and had some sort of a team meeting or asked maybe the coach to have a team meeting to say, hey, chill it on this violent stuff. We don't need any more, eggs thrown at the NFL right now. We just need to basically just be able to calm throughout the storm and see what happens. I know that Roger Goodell is going to be having a press conference today. They didn't announce what this press conference was going to be about, but this is the only thing I can think the NFL would talk about is some sort of a mandate on what is going to happen if there is, these abuse problems that keep running, throughout the NFL, with the Adrian Peter case, with the Ray Rice case, and now the Dreyer case, and also the McDonald case with the 49ers. He's the one guy, I know he had an injury last week. He's the one guy that hasn't gotten one of these incidents where he's not been put on this special exempt commissioner list, where basically you're still on the team, but you're off of the roster, where you're still getting paid, but the Niners can use the roster spot, or the other teams can use the roster spot for something else. But the Niners are going to be coming into this game. They're not at 100%. We saw Vernon Davis get hurt in the fourth quarter last week. That was something that really could have helped us out on one of those drives. It really helped us put some points on the board in the fourth quarter. I know McDonald's going to be out, but the Niners. I think this is a game that, honestly, one of the reasons why we picked up Stevie Johnson. The Cardinals have a good pass defense, and us being able to have so many receivers out there on the field at one time, being able for Kaepernick to spread the ball around, this is one of the reasons why we did that. Stevie Johnson hasn't had a huge season with us, but, when you're on the field at the same time with Antoine Bolden as well as Michael Crabtree, there's only one football and so many, passes to throw around. I'm looking for a big game from Stevie Johnson. Frank Gore with Arizona's, defensive line and their linebackers. It's going to be a tough day for him. I don't really see him putting a whole lot of rushing yards up on the board, so it's going to be a day where Kaepernick's going to have to strap it on, be able to throw that ball around. I don't like it when he runs a lot, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does have quite a few rushes on the day where he's trying to spread the ball around, and he finds an opening, and he's able to run for a few yards here and there. One of my favorite guys in the NFL from college that I like to follow, Floyd, is a receiver on the Cardinals. Look for him to have a big day. He ate us up last year in that Arizona game. Over 100 yards receiving, I do believe. I think he had a touchdown. He might even have 2. But I know that Carson Palmer was hurt last week. I haven't heard anything about him being hurt this week, so look for him to be in the game. This is going to be a tough one. I mean, I remember when Arizona was just a walkthrough. Just basically get on the plane, fly down there, pick up your W, and you fly back home. But this is going to be a game. They want to beat us, and we definitely do not want to start off this season 1-2. We got a very favorable season this year compared to last season. This is a very winnable game. As long as we're not giving up 21 points in the fourth quarter, I can see the 49ers pulling out a win here. Peace out, everybody. Have a good one.